There's a world where LaMelo Ball should quit basketball. He could just be an influencer.
You're going to tell me LaMelo, a lottery pick, is supposed to leave and go with Charlie?
Let's talk about this year's draft, 2021. You have guys like Anthony Edwards, James Wiseman, LaMelo. What do you think about Anthony Edwards? You ever play with him?
Never played with him. He reminds me of Russell Westbrook. He plays super angry. Tries to rip rims.
Yeah, he's one of those kids. He reclassified, right? So a lot of these guys are skipping their senior year, basically. I mean, they're skipping their junior year, I guess, technically. He reclassed, went to Georgia. Georgia kind of sucked, but he was a stud there. He's kind of been like that guy for the last few years now, where it's like, okay, this draft is kind of weird. It's not the best class in the world. But Anthony Edwards is really solid, and if you just want a really good player, he's gonna be great in the NBA. There's no question with him, right? He's 6'6", 6'5", shooting guard, gonna score a ton. He's built like an NBA player. He's athletic. I don't know. Is he your number one pick?
I don't know if I pass up LaMelo at 1. And people are gonna be like, what? But I don't know if I pass up LaMelo at 1, and the reason is if I take LaMelo and I can put, first of all, there's few and far between true point guards in the league anyways, and D'Lo is not a true point guard, and he'd tell you that himself. He's a bucket getter. I mean, that's what he does. So he's not coming down looking pass first. LaMelo, on the other hand, being young, I think his best attribute is his vision. I think you throw him and D'Lo at that hybrid 1-2 spot, you get a lot of length at your 1-2 spot. Now you got matchup problems. And with him, D'Lo, and Karl Anthony Towns, you're talking about a dominant team in Minnesota now, not just they could be. I mean, they honestly, if LaMelo goes 1 to Minnesota, I think Minnesota is a very serious playoff team within a year or two. They might be rookie year, something like that. That's happening in Miami right now with Tyler. I don't know.
Yeah, you already know that I would take LaMelo, but people would think that it's crazy, and then I just love LaMelo. But I just think that Dio is an amazing scorer, and Cat obviously, and LaMelo's he's the best passer in the draft, and I think that he would only make them better. But okay, hear me out. I've been thinking about this. There's a world where LaMelo Ball should quit basketball. You can make the argument that LaMelo Ball should quit basketball, and this is why. Okay, so yes, he's gonna get drafted. He's gonna get criticism. He's there's a ton of stuff going around. It's always difficult. He could just become an influencer. Does he really have to deal with Skip Bayless every day, talking terribly about him? Does he have to deal with potentially getting hurt, dealing with contracts, moving to Minnesota? All right, he could just be an influencer.
Let me tell you about the world we live in, Tom. Patrick Mahomes just bought half the city of Kansas City. He just bought everything. He bought the sports teams.
He could buy the whole city.
He bought the Chiefs themselves. He bought all the McDonald's and the Travis Scott burgers that they have. He's got everything.
He actually bought a baseball team. He bought the Royals.
He bought the Royals. He bought the Arch in St. Louis. That's not even in that same city or anywhere close. He just bought it because he thought it looked cool. And all he does is throw a pigskin around. And you're going to tell me LaMelo, a lottery pick, is supposed to leave and go with Charlie? Really?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying LaMelo loves basketball.
TikTok's the worst thing that's ever happened to you. You need therapy.
No. LaMelo loves basketball, and since he loves basketball, he should play it. But if he had other interests, if he was maybe I want to be a rapper, maybe I just want to do fashion,
His mother's already a rapper.
He is set up perfectly for a 19-year-old to do all those things. He has 5.5 million Instagram followers, which is more than Zion has in the league. He has more than any player that's ever come into the draft. He has more followers than them, right? Without even trying. He posts once in a while. It's whatever. He hasn't put anything into it. He has his own Facebook show where he could easily make 6 figures an episode if that continued to grow, or if he could get it on TV, which I think he would. People are that interested in him. He could easily do the fashion thing. He loves clothes. He could easily become a rapper. His brother already did it, and I've heard LaMelo spit bars. It's pretty good. If he doesn't want to play basketball, if he doesn't want to move to Minnesota, if he wants to take a break, I'm just saying he could become a multi-millionaire doing other stuff. And you can't say that about a lot of NBA players.
$250 million. Patrick Mahomes, $250 million.
You don't think he can make that? You don't think he can make
No.
that?
Yeah, Larry's rocking iced tea. And we out here with the video. Yeah, so you gotta subscribe, B. Hey. Hey. Check the link in the bio real quick so you can cop that new apparel. We out here. Stop playing with us.